So Manchester United beat Aston Villa 1-0 at Old Trafford, and that is an absolute incredible result for Manchester United. And it was a very intense game. United were much better in the first half, much better than Aston Villa, but it was very equal in the second half. And Manchester United did drop off, I will admit, and both teams weren't at their best today. But again, United get the 3 points, that's all that matters. But did you know that United have taken 39 points from the possible 45 since the first day of the season at Old Trafford? So in all our games at Old Trafford, we've took 39 points from the 45 that were available. That just shows you that Old Trafford has been an absolute fortress this season, and it's our away form which has let us down. Now, I'm not saying we're going to be title contenders, I'm not saying we'll be title contenders next season or the season after, but this is amazing progress, and Old Trafford is a feared stadium once again. But anyway, enough about that. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe and comment and share. Do all the jazz, and let's just get right into the video. So yes, Manchester United defeat Aston Villa, and thankfully we actually kept Ollie Watkins quiet. He had an early moment in the first half where he slipped and almost scored a tap-in, but great defending by Diogo Dalot. It wasn't a penalty. Ollie Watkins clearly slips, and Manchester United obviously we were just relentless, aggressive, and we were just miles better in the first half. We had 5 shots on target in the first half, which was very aggressive for Manchester United. We don't actually go all out attack normally in the first half. And it was a brilliant manoeuvre to see what happened. I mean, Marcus Rashford, it technically counts as an assist, but he goes across the keeper's body. Martinez is forced to make the save, and Bruno Fernandes is there on the far post, ready to hit it across the keeper and get a goal and make it 1-0 for Manchester United. And Bruno Fernandes, for me, was absolutely brilliant today. I mean, again, like all performances, we kind of dropped off in the second half, and our defence was absolutely perfect from minute 1, in my opinion. We get the clean sheet. David De Gea is now has got 15 clean sheets and is now 2 ahead of the second place Nick Pope with 13 clean sheets. So David De Gea on for Golden Glove. I'm not too sure. People want him to leave and say he's a crap goalkeeper, but you know, stats don't lie. That's all I've got to say. Victor Lindelof, for me, contender for man of the match. He was absolutely brilliant. That stoppage that he made with the save with his header, that was absolutely brilliant. He was dominant. He kept Ollie Watkins at bay. You saw Ollie Watkins actually drifting wide at moments in the game because he just couldn't get past Victor Lindelof. Luke Shaw as well, absolutely brilliant. The whole team was pretty brilliant, honestly. Sancho had a great game. Casemiro had a better game than what he recently has been playing. He's not been playing well, Casemiro, but as they say, form is temporary, class is permanent. That is a saying engraved into football. But yeah, we'll get on to the match ratings, and for me, David De Gea for me gets an 8. Brilliant. I mean, he had to make a couple of saves, and his distribution again wasn't the best today, but we need to stop highlighting that. He kept the clean sheet, he made the saves he needed to make, that's all matters. And I kind of liked it as well when he came out for that sweeping roll and headed the ball away. It was brilliant to see from David De Gea. So for me, David De Gea gets an 8. The entire back line, really, I'm going to give, you know what, I'm going to give him 8. But Victor Lindelof, for me, gets a 9. So not 1%, Diogo Dalot gets an 8. Lindelof gets a 9. Luke Shaw gets an 8. And Malacia also gets an 8. Malacia was absolutely brilliant today. And I saw comments when the starting 11 came out on Twitter, people saying, why did he put Malacia in? Malacia's crap, Malacia's a terrible footballer. You proved you wrong today. Malacia was brilliant today, in my opinion. Casemiro also gets an 8. I just thought that he was just world class. He showed his class today. He was breaking up the play, the passes he was making. He was getting involved in tackles, and he actually didn't get booked for once. So you know, well done to Casemiro. Eriksen, I did feel like Eriksen was quite sluggish today. I'm going to give him a 7. Bruno Fernandes gets the goal. I am going to give him a 9, but obviously I'm going to give Victor Lindelof my man of the match. But yes, Bruno on par with Victor Lindelof. I think Bruno was brilliant. He was just brilliant today. That's all I can say. Obviously Bruno played on the. We've got Sabitzer as well. We had Sabitzer. I'll give him a 7. I don't think he was up to the races as much today as well. I felt like the issue for me with Manchester United right now is that, unlike Manchester City and all these world class teams at the moment who can do multiple tactics at once, United seem to be doing one tactic at a time. It's like we're doing our direct passing and then we'll make forward runs. It's like players off the ball kind of stick to their formations, but when you've got like City, for example, City are a perfect example. They'll free roam. They'll like make sure that that the player on the ball's always got an extra man to pass to, and they'll move and they'll swap places and stuff. Like, yes, they have their standard formation, but the players are, their chemistry is phenomenal. And United need to, like, when Bruno's on the ball, Eriksen or Sabitzer needs to be running forward, running past him to make sure that he's got someone to pass to, or they're coming closer to him to make sure that they can lay it off, so Bruno can lay it off to them, so they can lay it off back to Bruno. Like, United need to work on their tactics, and obviously it is still rebuild season. We are going for a massive rebuild, and it's brilliant to see, in my opinion. But yes, just before I talk about the front line as well, that the Glazers out protest today was absolutely phenomenal, and hats off to all the fans who went today. The footage is absolutely brilliant. The chants, the flares, everything about it was absolutely brilliant. The fans were non-stop chanting Glazers out throughout the entire match, and it was nice to see how Erik ten Hag got thrown a green and gold scarf, and he picks it up and waves it in the air, and then obviously I think he realises his mistake and throws it back to the crowd. But you know, we want the Glazers out, that's all we want, and we don't, and I can only speak for myself, but I do not want Sir Jim Ratcliffe. He's a rat, it says it in his name, go nowhere near him and don't trust him at all. Get the Qataris in. They've made a world record bid of $5 billion for 100% ownership of the club, and if you'd like a video on the Qataris, of the potential takeover, then let me know in the comments down below, and we'll sort it out and make a live stream of it, and we can see all you guys in the chat down below. But anyway, continuing the match ratings, Marcus Rashford, I felt like he was quite strong today. Got caught offside a few times at the beginning of the match. Obviously Villa were playing an aggressive high line like we knew it would, like I mentioned in the preview, but Rashford actually baited her by jumping forward, then running back. Tyrone Mings came out by a few inches, kept Marcus Rashford on side, and then boom, Marcus Rashford sprinted, left Aston Villa defence for dead. Obviously he goes for the shot, Martinez saves it, but then Bruno scores the goal. It was a brilliant move by Marcus Rashford, and I know Bruno gets all the credit for scoring the goal, but it was a brilliant run by Marcus Rashford, tricking out the Aston Villa defence. Jadon Sancho, I'm going to give him I'll give him an 8. I felt like Sancho was good today. Rashford as well also gets an 8. I felt like they were both brilliant. And I'm in a positive mood. Also, Red Bull win in the driving, in the Grand Prix. I'm happy about that. So yeah, it's a good day. And obviously, Erik ten Hag, his rating, I'm going to give him an 8. I felt like the starting 11 was questionable. And I don't know why Antony didn't start. I don't know why Wan-Bissaka didn't start. But, you know, I don't doubt my manager. Whatever substitutions he makes, whatever choices he makes, I'm here to criticise him and I'm here to talk about them. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to judge him for it. If he turns around and decides to play Harry Maguire against Brighton in the next game, I'll be like, okay, I don't know why he's doing that, but I trust what he's doing, so hopefully it doesn't backfire on him. And this is why I back Erik ten Hag, and he's a brilliant manager and has shown that his class today. And our final substitutions, obviously, we have Fred. I'm going to give him a 7. I felt like it was quite decent, actually. Harry Maguire, I'm going to give a 6 too. I mean, he made a few clearances, and he wasn't really on the pitch long enough. I'd say he was only on the pitch for about 10-15 minutes. So I don't think he was that impactful, in my opinion. Martial, also 6. I mean, he laid the ball off to Antony late on, and Antony could have scored if he was a bit more confident on his right foot. But again, we know Antony needs to build up his confidence on his right foot. And Antony as well, I'm going to give a 6 to. The substitutions did have a lot of impact. I mean, obviously we didn't score a goal in the second half, and it was very balanced in the game for the second half. So it was a good game overall, and I look forward to seeing Brighton. They absolutely dominated Wolves 6-0 in their most recent game. So they're going to be up for it, and obviously we beat them at Wembley, so they're going to want to show some sort of revenge. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that game plans out. But yes, the Brighton preview will be coming out very soon. And yes, thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far into the video, please remember to like, subscribe, comment and share. And just the question of the day as well, that should I start be making all my live streams, like every single video, be a live stream? I want to know, because I want to hear the opinion of the fans. So let me know in the comments down below, should every video be a live stream, or just a preview, or just the match reaction? Let me know in the comments, because I really want to hear your guys' opinions, and I want to build a bigger and better community. But anyway, if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment and share, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.